Why do men have nipples?
You're a lot of trouble. Have your scientists concluded that there is no glandular similarity at all between men and women? In other words, there are many women who have nipples who do not nurse. Mm-hmm. So is there anything about the breast or the nipple that is glandular that has advantage to your body, whether you are nursing or not? In other words, there must be many parts of your body that you found unnecessary.
Appendix, that was my other question. Why do we have them and not need them? It's the same.
Well, from our way of looking at your body, let's back up just a little bit and we'll answer this specifically. Everything that you are living is causing an expansion of desire, and that expansion of desire, which source is then joining, is what the evolution is about. And we said earlier, even if you are a one-celled organism, while you're not having a conversation in a language that humans would understand, you are having interaction in your environment. And from your interplay, you are coming to new conclusions of something that you, from your vantage point, prefer, and Source, who understands the wisdom of your leading edge perspective, even if you are a one-celled organism, is riding the rocket of your newfound preference and is becoming it. And everything evolves like that. So everything about your species and every other species is in the process of becoming. We do not believe that there is anything that is born into your physical body that is born without reason. In other words, nothing. You are a veritable chemical factory, and your scientists and doctors have not even begun to scratch the surface of what you are as a cellular organism that is producing. It's a community that is working together for the creation and maintenance of that which you are about. And the more things that your doctors find that they don't understand, that they conclude that you don't need, and that they remove from your body because they don't think you need them and it brings revenue to them, well, don't you remember when everyone had their tonsils out? Do you hear much about it? It's because it's more productive. There's more money in the other stuff. In other words, everything around that, and we do not mean that there are not well-meaning doctors, there certainly are. And we do not for a moment imply that medicine hasn't moved forward powerfully, it has. But there is so much about your physical body that if you could leave your body to its own devices, where all of the parts of it know what to do, would produce their counterpart to another counterpart to another counterpart, you could come into balance. And the more parts of yourself you remove, the more you hinder your natural resources to do all of that, you see. And so we will not acknowledge that you do not have use for your appendix. And if you did not have use for your appendix, you would not be born with it. And we do not see any evidence of appendix being shrunken and disappearing in the new ones that are being born.
So do you know what they're used for, or what they're meant for, what they're evolving for?
What good is the appendix?
Yes. Have they just not figured it out, or do you know?
It is we'll put it to you this way. In the same way that when Jerry said, and what will be my value at this gathering other than taking notes for later editing? We said, you are a summoner, a powerful summoner of the energy, and you are an energy modulator. So as Esther is standing, feeling more at one because you're there, and summoning more energy than her physical body can deal with, especially in the beginning, you, balanced counterpart, are a modulator of the energy. And your appendix is a bit like that. It's a sort of, it receives and releases. It accepts things that your body is sloughing off and processes in ways. In other words, it is part of the chemical factory, and it is an active part of your chemical factory. We do not believe that scientists have totally written the appendix off. Have they really? Are they really telling you there is nothing, that it is good for nothing?
What I used to hear was that we used to need it when we were like grazers or something. We grazed grass. That's something I heard. I don't know. Type in.
Well, look it up.
Yes, ma'am. Sir.
Yeah. It's confusing, isn't it? We are some of all of that, as are you.
What was that next question?